Say that again.
We have finally arrived at our destination, our lovely shop, Hatch BT's, the t-shirt store, as well as Don't Eat Any Bugs Productions, which is hidden in a cave in the back. We are now stepping out of the carmobile. Please keep hands and legs inside the vehicle at all times, even after you've exited. Dare you enter? Okay, yeah, you did.
Before you... Are you going in this way?
Apparently. What's happening? Closed door.
I need to have you guys run off and get lunch for us, because I'm stinking facting hungry.
What's wrong?
I don't know. What do I want?
So I figured me and my Uncle Joe would go out to lunch somewhere at some point.
Right, which is great.
But we ate later, so we're not as hungry yet.
Yes, but I need something now.
Want
You know what?
broken
I think I'm
sandwiches
just
from
going
the
to
oven?
order a sandwich from next door, and then you guys can just pick it up when you're ready. And I'm going to put you to work too, Joe.
Put you to work?
Yay!
Alright, sneak through this way because Dad's over his head today. In business mode.
Business mode.
Oh, yes. Keep on, keep on. Keep on keeping on. And what I'm going to do, Raymond, if you guys would go in there and get yourself squared away, I'll come in about 5 minutes and tell you all the billions of stuff that you have to do for me, and then I'll also make you do some work, too.
Okay.
Alright?
I'm slightly scared.
Hi, Ray. Hello.
Hello. I'm totally should we close the door, leave it open.
What?
Close the door, leave it open.
I usually close it almost all the way. Leave it open like an inch.
Like that.
That will be good. Welcome to my lovely office. Posters everywhere, toys everywhere. Every cartoonist I've ever met has had a full complement of toys jammed in their office. Most of these posters I stole from our movie theater, but we know the owner, so it's cool. Here's my sword. I claim this land in the name of Spain. Or whatever country it is that's paying us. Oh no, my carpet. All these brown boxes are boxes of books. So let's see. That whole shelf, this whole thing behind, those, and this.
And storyboards.
Thousands and thousands. Yep, storyboards. I already pitched my storyboards to him last night. Those are cheaper swords.
Much more fantastical than the big one.
Oh! So you can go like this. The Apaches were on the warpath at some point.
Do what?
Apaches were on the warpath at some point.
Ah. Yes.
Watch this. I win.
I win better.
You do win better. See, computer? It's bigger on the inside. So, what would you like to know about my life story for this lifetime autobiology? I was born a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. 1902 on Krakatoa. That was right before the big explosion that had the force of 16 megaton bombs. It was the loudest noise in all of human history. Then I bummed around Europe for a couple decades. I stole the Mona Lisa. That's why it's famous. You know, it's not the most brilliant famous in the universe. It's famous because it was stolen from an unstealable museum, and then it was given back. I tired of it. It didn't do anything for my decor, so... After that, when World War I happened, or the Great War as we always called it then, I moved to the States. And then they got involved, so I had to move to South America, which is where I learned to speak Portuguese. But then I forgot, because there's no real reason to speak Portuguese unless you're in Brazil or Portugal. Portugal is now owned by Spain, as a matter of fact, but don't tell anyone. It's secret. Then, you know, the disco era, everybody was doing everything. I had the biggest mustache of all time. It was Fu Manchu. It was crazy, man. Crazy. Then I bought this office and filled it with boxes and moved in here. I've been living in here the past 30 years. Keeping all of my urine in jars and never throwing out any of my fingernail clippings. That's how you get this lovely rosy complexion. Then I bought a computer and learned how to use the computer. I had one back in the 50s, but it took up an entire room, and frankly, I could do long division faster than it could. I should have that somewhere. I should donate that to the Smithsonian. Oh, and during a brief period in 1992, I was stuck in the Middle Ages. I don't even know how that happened. I assume time travel was involved, although maybe it was just an extremely vivid hallucination. But that's how I lost my thumb, so... Can you lose your thumb in a hallucination? I don't know. This interview is over! I'm Melville the Penguin, and you should do whatever I say, because I am made out of clay. I'm not an actual penguin, I'm a clay penguin. A clangwin, as they're sometimes called. Although never by me, only by lame people, who I'm working on a bill before Congress to have them put to death. You know, in a humane way. I think, give them ice cream until they die. That's sort of the general idea. Yes, some may say it's mean, some may say it's cruel. Some may say that mean and cruel mean the same thing, but others say that really, if you think about it, there are far too many people in this world, and people who say clangwin don't deserve to live.
Voiced by Ray.
Don't give out my real name, no! I found this in Los Angeles somewhere. In Santa Monica, I believe, in one of my previous forays. It is a bean pod from a bean tree. It goes like this.
It's a rain stick.
All natural rain stick. There's Vegemite, proof that I went to Australia, but then they had it confiscated through customs, so I bought this at a supermarket here. Because apparently you can buy Vegemite in the States. I haven't opened it, and it's made out of yeast, so I never will open it. I'm sure if I did, pure evil would come out.
Or a genie.
Ooh, a genie. No. I'll save it for when I really need a genie. This is my favorite pen in the entire world. See, it automatically enhances your drawing skill. 1800%, see? Wait, this isn't my favorite pen. This is my favorite pen. See? Whoa, it's out of control. I'm not controlling the pen anymore. What's happening? Oh no! Oh no, evil Melville. He has a mustache and a goatee and an eye patch and teeth. And moose horns, apparently, and a halo, and bat's claws. And a penguin logo on his chest.
My dad likes to use the Sharpies.
I found this in San Diego. This was a piece of an ordinary tree, but I had a pocket knife and I was bored, and so whittling began, and now it is a magical wand for pointer. So go look over there. Not actually, I'm just demonstrating the powers of the pointing. See, oh my, over there is also interesting. Don't look over there! This is also, I'm not supposed to tell anyone this, but this is great for hygiene acts. Ew! Ow, that hurt. Remind me never to do that ever again.
Don't do that ever again.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
This is my attaché. All good artists have one where they keep all of their various stuff. Had this for several years. When I first got it, it was all new looking, so I had to drop it in the mud and step on it a few times, give it that battered, worn look. But then it fell apart because I did it too much. So I bought a new one, and my new act of making it look worn was just simply to have it for several years, which now it does. It's fraying a bit, but it still holds all of my various supplies. I don't need all of these. I probably only need 3 of them, but you can never have too many. Ever! Ever! In your warehouse filled with them. Still not enough. There's nothing you can do! I'll show you how the thing works. Here's a page I drew. This is how big they end up looking. This is from Look It number 2. It's a T-Bird Fearlessness Fun Venture. So I draw in blue first, and then I draw over it with the black, and I scan it into the computer and do various computer things. My original plan was to watercolor it, so I did a watercolor of it, and then I decided that I hated that, and I did something else. This is a blue Sharpie. They're blue, which is basically... Oh no! Ah. These are brush pens. They are brushy and penulent, which is a good thing for brush penning it up. This is a mechanical pencil. It has red lead in it for drawing in red, because I draw in red. But it's broken. This is a comb. I have no idea why I have a comb in here. This is a copy of one of my books. I have every single one of my books in here, in case I need to refer back. This is a script when I was doing a treatment of Randy Wonderful for Disney. You can read it at your disposal if you like, because it is quite funny and has some stuff in it that I've never used anywhere else. This is a DVD from Netflix. I'll be watching this later. On my miniature digital video disc player, which is a player of digital video discs miniaturely. That's it, really. This is where all the magic happens. Well, not actual magic. That happens in the other room. In the magic room. This is really the no magic whatsoever room.
Magic room.
All who lay eyes upon the magic room will have laid eyes upon the magic room. Or so the legend goes. Not a very good legend. I said, can we throw in something about vampires or werewolves or armadillos? But they said, no. Like the legend how it is, we're keeping the legend. And so I had them all shot. It was for the best, really. This is my cup. It contains liquid for drinking-related reasons. Then, you should watch that. Did I already show you my Netflix DVD?
No. What is it?
The X-Files, Season 5, Disc 1. I'm watching them in order, so I get the whole story. Here is a something or other. Let me find it. Here's a copy of Futurama comics. This is actually the Australian edition for some reason, but this is the one that I was in. The Australian guy printed the whole normal Futurama story, but he also printed the letters column. And I had sent in a Futurama comic that I wrote and drew, and they printed it. This one over here, of course.
Nice.
And this was 4 or 5 years ago when I was 13. So think how good of a job I would do for them now.
Yeah.
Did I show you that drawing of them that I did? See? Ray Friesen, Tehachapi, California, USA. Because again, Australian edition, so we need to clarify that California was in the United States, for the Californialarily inclined. Look who I am. I was going to show you my pirate hat, but since it is no longer available, I'll have to show you my cheese wedge hat.
Cheesy.
Look at me. I'm wearing a cheese wedge.
Woo. Your cheese will comfort you.
Oh. It's no longer seeable here, but see, here's all my action figures. And they used to be a robot band. It consisted of B9, R2-D2, Bender, and Marvin. Lexi had some Barbie band thing, so I had a guitar and a set of drums and a microphone, and I had them all set up as a robot band. And then she took her accessories back, and they're no longer a band. Wait a second, here is something that I think is funny. Fire Lord Popeye. And Sea Captain Marvin.
Or not.
As the case may be. This is what I think Marvin should look like in number 2 when he's parking cars in the garage at the restaurant at the end of the universe. Which universe? This one. See? And R2-D2 has a hot date to a formal ball, so he's wearing his top hat. And it sort of looks like B9 has a purse, which I think is hysterical.
And what about Bender?
And Napoleon goes like this.
I told you I spent it with my uncle in Alaska hunting wolverines.
What about Bender? Bender has a cane, so he can be bursting into song and dancing. Oh, I'm dancing so much. You don't even know how much dancing it is. I am. Boogie, woogie, 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 boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. Oh, may I have this dance? No, you're stupid. Ah! Warning, warning. That was the lamest warning I ever heard. Okay, who wants to dance with Bender? I do. No, my precious robot organs. Never fear, one-armed Spider-Man will save the day. What happened to my arm? Oh no! Gives new meaning to the phrase, rip off your arm and beat you to death with it. Oh, ah! Why don't I use a web line to save myself and now I'm falling over?
Does that mean he only has 7 arms left?
7 arms left. You got it, baby. Ooh, yeah, spider dance. Everybody do the spider tootsie. Yeah, the trick is to wiggle your pelvis 360 degrees. Oh no, I'm helicoptering away! So that's why I'm missing my arm. Oh no! Wait, guess who I am? Guess. Are you guessing? Guess.
Ray Friesen.
You're taking all the fun out of this. The tiniest dice in the entire world. See, here's the size of a human finger. Oh, crap.
Will he be able to find the world's tiniest dice?
Tune in next time for another exciting episode of Raymond Friesen Does Stuff.
Is it Friesen or Friesen?
Friesen.
Friesen.
As in, I'm very cold. But I'm not. I live in California. And I do this dance, which keeps me warm. Okay, that's sort of your cue to turn it off now.
Beep.